that's why, like, the war on drugs isn't a war on drugs. It's a war on black and brown people.
Tell me more about that.
Because white
white
people use drugs. White people, the same, because we're in East Harlem, I see a lot more black and brown people. Yeah. But if you look at data, white people
use drugs more than black people.
White people do more opiate type drugs than black and brown people.
But
white people are getting the help. And
you gotta define getting the help. Like,
so this is the thing. So
what you've come to observe
from my many years, not just this job in New York, but from my many years.
We'll reference the other jobs.
Yeah, so I've worked with LGBT youth
in DC.
Yes, in a very abstinent-based kind of way, and I've seen how like abstinent-based treats people. I've worked with the homeless population in DC. I've worked with older black gay men in Virginia. I've worked with a gay population in the Bronx, and now here I am again. You working with all types of people who come through my doors. They aren't necessarily substance users, right? But right now we're talking about substance users. So in all these jobs that I've had, right? Yeah. And all the people that I talk to, even doctors who I've talked to, right, who do the work, they've noticed like white people get more help and more access to things black people don't. So even like if we think about someone wants to wean themselves off of heroin, they go on a methadone program. So they will get a higher dose of methadone than a black person do. But let's remove substance use from the equation, right? Yeah. So even just think about going to the doctor, right? And like you're in pain, and you get the Tylenol 800s, right? And then you talking to like John and them, and he got fucking perks, and you like, what the fuck? Like, I'm in pain, and you're like, where you getting the perks from? Like,
why am I getting the Tylenol 800s and he's getting the perks, and our situations are exactly the same?
Yeah, I really just feel like, dang, man, I want to do better. I mean, it's not even.
But is it your fault?
Like, no, it's not. And I think that's the problem with when black and brown people do the work. We always take the burden of like, oh man, it's me. It's like, how can I help my community? And that's how I feel. I'm always like, how can I like go home and think, how can I better serve my community? Like, what can I do for these people, for my uncles, aunts, brothers and sisters, the people who walk through this door? What can I do? And it's not a us problem, because we show up for each other. We got each other. It's really not. And it really just, as I get older, like bothers me that I have to continuously have these conversations with white people who don't get it. Like, even now it's become where if I'm in a training about like some culture competency type shit, I sit in the back because I get it. Like, nah, Caleb, sit your ass in the front. Be the first one in the front. Like, I'm gonna be here in the back because I get it. I get it. That's why even reading the book Black Fatigue, I get so like, oh, this, like, we still going through this. Like, this is some bullshit. Like, this is crazy. It really gets me. But back to the drop-in center. So I noticed that the donations was getting ran through. Like, people hit it. Like, once that shit go out there, they taking whatever. They don't even be needing half the shit. So then I've noticed like people come in and they're like, oh, I need shoes, I need a sweater, I need a coat, I don't got nothing to wear, I've been wearing this for 5 days. I like made a closet. Like, I literally was like asking everybody, like even my roommate, I'm just like, she was selling stuff at Buffalo Exchange, and I just
tell me about this closet.
It's literally just a closet full of like clothes for people. Period. Just clothes for people. So I don't put it out on the rack in the drop-in center. But if I'm in conversation with somebody, or I overhear somebody saying, I need pants, and I'm like, oh, let me check for you. Let me go see. Like, or oh, I need shoes. And so like right now, they're in my trunk because my organization is going through a change right now. So, but I'm just like, Yeah, so if I hear somebody, I'm like running to my car, no matter how far it is. I'm like, you said you need something? Here I come. Like, I'll be right back. What size you wear? You said you need shoes? Oh, I got some in the house. Let me
So
come
you
back
pushing it
tomorrow.
out the trunk.
Yes, like I'm so committed to my community, and it makes me so happy. And I think
Happy that you're able to accomplish this with your community.
yeah, and you know what? Here I am getting emotional again because it took me so long to find what I was good at, and I'm so good at this because it comes so natural to me, and it just makes me so happy. Like, it brings so much joy to my heart that like I sometimes like cry about it. Like, even when I was coming down here, I just was like, yo, I did some really amazing shit. Like it's not a lot, but like in 7 months, I've been able to get fresh fruit and produce and like give them out.
Yeah.
I've been able to keep this closet. Like, I've been able to like celebrate our women because I like run a women's group. At first I was like, I don't know why the fuck they want me to run this women's group.
You're running a women's group, or you are currently running a women's group?
I'm currently running it. When they gave it to me, I was like,
they gave a man.
I think sometimes they just be giving me shit because I'm a gay person, and it just like, oh, you'll like do well at it, and I'm just like, but wasn't somebody else already doing this before me, and they were doing well at it? So like, why pass the buck to me? Let them continue to do well at that shit.
Do you feel there's a lack of sensitivity in moments like that though? Because you're doing good at it.
Yeah, but it was like, it's really like a women's group, and it's like, sometimes I want to be a part of it. Like, oh, like, yes, we like want to uplift the black woman. We want to do this. We want to uplift the trans women. But it's like sometimes they need their space away from like a gay black man, right? Like, I want to help. And so even in the group, I have a partner, a co-facilitator, where I just kind of just like let her take the lead, and I just kind of like clean up and like, you need something, like let me refresh your drink, like let me do stuff like that, because I know they need that space where they can just be themselves. Like, I'm happy making the flyers, like pushing the group, supporting the group, making the gift bags, but I never wanted to be like, why this man always here, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's also a really great experience for me, and I've been able to like uplift a lot of our like black women of trans experience. Like, they've really felt it from me. I even got a really great text message from one of the girls who were like, yo, like, gay niggas don't be caring about us. Like, they don't. And here you are, like, celebrating me. Like, you got me a whole fucking cake with my name on it, balloons and gifts, and you like are celebrating me as a person. And I'm just like, yo, you like just you cool. Like, I just respect you. Like, I just respect you, and that's all I be asking people to do. Just respect people. Just respect them. But I put the black trans women and women in the forefront of what I do. Yeah. Because it's important. It's really important to, like, especially with the population I work with, like, there's so many intersections right there. Just being black and trans. Then we've added substance use. We've added homelessness. We've added mental illness. Like, we've added barriers to getting help. So when I say that, like, I am there to reconnect them to trusting people, it's really, really important. So important. Yeah. It's just so fucking important. Yeah. And
I wish I had a tissue for you. I could see you tearing up a little bit.
Yeah, because it's really important. It's just it's so many tissues. But no, it's really important. And like, and even though I say this and I'm like centering my work around black women, cis and trans, like I also do a lot of work with uplifting the men, because even when I go under the bridge, the women don't want to leave their men, and I can't forget about them. Yeah. So I have to, whatever I'm doing for them, for the women, I have to do for the men. Yeah. So it's just like bring me really closer to like just my community and who I am as a person, and like when I leave work, I'm always frustrated with the powers that be. But when I leave work and I'm like walking from the building, like people are like, "Oh, have a good day, Bradley. Like, see you tomorrow." Like, giving me hugs. I'm like, "Yo, this is all worth it. Like, this is why I come to work. Like, I don't come to work to like cuss out white people all day. I come to work to help these people." So, you know, at some point in my life, I'm gonna be on senior leadership in an Annalise Keaton coat. Like, really making moves for people. And I understand, like, you know, the politics of, like, things. But I also want them to understand is, like, we're people-centered. When I walked through that door, I was 100% for the participants. I wasn't there for that goofy shit that they like to do. I'm 100% there for the people that I serve. And also it's really cool because I'm like getting to see like New York through their eyes, which is different than like, you know, Googling shit, going out with my peers and coworkers, but really like hanging out with people where they are and like listening to their stories. And I'm like, yo, this is really cool. Like, I really enjoy you guys.
Define friendship.
Oh man, I don't have any friends. No, I'm joking. Define a friendship. I think friendship is someone that you can commune with. Yeah. I just always think about like friendship like on a community level, like just a healing space where you can commune with like-minded people. Not necessarily like-minded people, but like at some point the intersectionality is about Black lives intersect with each other and we can relate and we can heal, we can talk about it, we can have our Black joy and our Black rage and just be heard. And also I have like non-Black friends, but I'm also like, I enjoy one of my really, really good friends in New York. She's a white girl. I just really enjoy that she lets me feel how I feel and say what I feel in the moment. And she's not like, yeah, but you know, and also you shouldn't. She's like, yo, I get it, and it's not my battle to fight, and I'm just here to support you. And I'm just like, thank God.
Yeah.
And she's also like,
not here to defend that position.
Yeah, and she also believes in healing. So she's an acupuncturist. And she just really like believes in healing people. So like when I'm frustrated and I'm just like, she's like, yo, I get it. Let me do my thing to unleash some things in you, right? So she's really cool. And I really enjoy it. So friendship is a community of people that you can heal with and share your lived experience.
Yeah. Okay. How has your identity as a Black gay man helped you thrive in this space?
Oh man, as a Black gay man.
Did it work with you or against you?
In this space.
The only reason I asked this is because of what that trans woman said.
I think in some cases it helps. In some cases it doesn't, because I am always evolving, right? Like, I think because of when I came out and what was like the information that was available.
It was a different time.
A very different time. And so I had been a confident gay Black man just growing up. But then, you know, as you get older and like you just experience different things and you're like, I am like a non-binary queer person. It just like is forever changing. And like my pronouns are them, they, but I also don't mind if someone like slips up and call me she, because I'm also feminine presenting sometimes. So like this is just forever evolving. And it's also like really healing to like talk to somebody and tell them like,
have your pronouns changed since the summertime?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, I think in the summer your pronouns are different, if I'm not mistaken.
Forever evolving as a person. And I think people see that on the outside, like, it's so hard to like figure out what the LGBTQIA plus community wants, but we want to be respected. One.
Yeah.
Respect.
It's top of the key. Yeah.
But also, I always tell people, case by case basis, like you really have to talk to people. I actually was talking to my coworker about this last night, that like on the outside looking in, I just look like a standard gay man. But then like when you talk to me, like the layers and the nuances of who I am is really like, wow, he's like really interesting. Yeah, and like people are like really fascinated by me. And then I add like the whole like, I am here to heal people, and I'm also here to like let you know that I'm gonna fuck you up if you keep playing with me. But you know what? I come from a place of love, but sometimes you gotta let them
I'll fuck you up in love, okay? I will fuck you up in love.
Sometimes
very necessary. Yeah.
But it's definitely helped in some spaces. And then I also have a community of gay black men who help me heal in that aspect, right? Like, just like this is what we go through too, and like this is how we're healing. And then
shout out to Dwight in Virginia, doing a great job.
Who also just started a podcast called Cleveland Hoochies.
Oh, did he?
With his roommate. Shout out to Cleveland Hoochies.
I want to bring him on to do an interview with him one day. Definitely coming soon.
Yeah, he is a great person. So then I have like black friends, and we talk about black healing and things like that. And then
you even call me up when niggas got you fucked up.
Cause I just be feeling like you just like really. There are very few people that I call because I know there are people who really know me at my essence, and I believe, like I always tell people. People can say what they want about me, good and bad, but two things no one can ever say about Bradley Otis Chambers is he is disrespectful and he's a liar. So sometimes I just be having to call people who know me to be like, yo, this is a situation, and like, it's rooted in some like gaslight and racist bullshit. But I just want to make sure, because sometimes I know I do be tripping. I will acknowledge that. Sometimes I be tripping, and I need to hear sometimes, you be tripping, or like, yo, no, they got you fucked up, so you need to do this. That's why sometimes I gotta walk in the room like I'm Annalise Keaton.
I appreciate you.
No.
Okay, one other question before we wrap this up. As a gay presenting black man, when people see you, what does it mean to use the pronouns they, them? Is that correct? They, them? Or she? And what are the differences? Can you explain that?
Yeah, so I think a lot of people think because people use they, them, that they're non-binary. But like, if you think about it, gender is a social contract. So some people just don't want to be defined by their gender. Like even heteronormative people use they, them sometimes, right? And they're like straight people. I think when it depends on the she one, because I am really like don't just meet me and you like, yes, mama, you better work, queen. She goes off. I'm like, I don't like that. Like, that's one of them things where I'm just like, but if we in conversation and like, you know, we talking and you know me personally and you're like, girl, I'm like, you know, I'm not like, oh my God, why would you say that? Like, right? Because like, you know me and like, we know each other, so you get me, but like you're not stereotyping me as just like, oh, you're just another gay femme presenting guy who like is a queen. I'm like, no, I'm not. But they, them, I'm always surprised when people first ask and then they use them, because when people tell me their pronouns are they, them, I just continue to use their name because sometimes I be like fucking up the English language and I be like, oh, I already speaking like Ebonics, and I'm like, Meryl, come on over here.
Just let me know your name.
Yeah, like I used to work with a non-binary person, and I used to just like, I enjoy that your pronouns are they, them, but it's fucking up my Ebonics, so I'm gonna just continuously say your name. But it really makes me happy when people use them, though.
Okay.
It makes me extremely happy when black people use them, and it makes me extremely, extremely happy when older black people use them. It makes me extremely, extremely, extremely happy when the hood niggas use them. Because sometimes hood niggas be rough. And you know, the most beautiful thing about my job is we got the hood niggas in front of the building doing what they do.
Product of the environment.
Yeah, but you know, I overheard when I was walking in the building, and it just was like, yeah, the LGBTQ community, they everywhere. But it wasn't said like, oh, the maggots everywhere. But it just was really said like, yo, I don't know what to say, but I'm gonna respect the person, the process, the whatever. And I'm just like, that's really nice. That was really nice of them. Like, and I just overheard it, and I just like, oh wow, that's like,
they're trying.
Yeah, because he could have just like let me walk in the building, and I could have just overheard him like, yeah, you know, that maggot, you know, they everywhere. Them maggots everywhere. But like he really said it with like some caution, like trying to like hit all of them, which was nice to hear. It's really nice. It like really made me happy. And also, I also want to say, I don't want nobody to think that like I connect with every single participant, because sometimes when I am out there giving services, I am called all types of fat maggots and bitches, and you know what I always tell them? I'm like, you don't want my services now, but I'm gonna still come back next week. If you don't want my services, I got a partner. We got a whole office of people. You ain't even gotta talk to me. But let me give you this little brochure, because I still want you to get the help. Like,
because it still comes down to the work at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so where can everybody find you?
Oh man, so I'm on Instagram, illustrative.mindset, and then I'm also on TikTok, because I started a TikTok for Black healing.
Yeah, and you've done a great job.
So
just want to let you know, great job.
Thank you. So you know what's so funny? The other day, some of my white coworkers had found it, and it was like, oh, it's so exclusive to just like Black healing, and I'm just like,
oh my god, oh, that's so exhausting.
And I'm just like,
that is so exhausting.
And I just had to tell them, I'm just like, this TikTok is not educational in the sense that like I'm out here facilitating a conversation around my Blackness for you.
It's like that is why this platform exists.
Yeah, but I'm just like, but if you would like to share it and show people what I'm doing to help the Black and brown people, like, what's wrong with you? Like, I really be like,
the world isn't centered around you. It doesn't revolve around you.
And that's the issue. It is centered around them. So when you try to center it around something else, it's like, so why is this not about me and what's going on with me? And I'm just like, I don't know, like.
Or this thing that you created that's not about me works against me for this reason. And you're just like, but you're not the focus. That's the goal.
But that's what I always tell. That's what I always tell my white coworkers. Like, when I walk into a room, I look for Black people. Like, I be like, where the Black people at? Like, where y'all at?
Where the niggas?
That's exactly how I walk in the room. I'm like, and then it boils down to like, where the niggas that's not upholding this capitalism system, system, like, where them niggas at? Because like, sometimes you be in a room with the niggas, you like, I'm gonna go hang out with the white people. I'm gonna be over here with them. But if something go down, I got you.
Yeah.
Me and you, we not. Yeah. We cousins at best. We ain't brothers.
Yeah. What's up, cousin?
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep my eye from you on across the room, but I'm gonna hang out with these white people who got a little bit more sense.
No, I got you.
Yeah, that's so funny. But yeah, but like everything I do is Black, and you know what? Also about my Blackness it took me a while to find my blackness, right? Because like growing up, I don't want to say no one paid attention to me, but like also I don't think no one paid attention to me. Like no one was like, "You black? This is black, blackly black, black." Like I just that's why representation matters so much. Because I used to just watch so much TV, and I used to just think as a kid, I'm like, black people don't go to college. Like, black people not gay. Like, black people don't do this. Black people don't do that. But no one was there to say, like, yes, they do. Like, yes, they are. Like, yes, like, what's going on? Like, who's teaching you these things? Yeah. And I just remember, like, going to college and thinking, like, no, one, this is how fucked up it was. Like, my mind. I used to think, like, once I went to high school, I used to think, like, yeah, I don't know where all my black friends gonna go. Because, like, we all can't go to, like, the fucking local high school. And then I just used to think when I got to college, I'm like, yeah, I gotta, like, dress like I'm a J. Crew model and, like, hang out with white people. And then I remember thinking, like, this does not feel authentic to the black experience, to my black experience, to my gay experience. Or to just who I am as a person. It just doesn't feel authentic. Yeah. And I remember I got fired from, like, my job at the J. Crew. And I was thinking, like, oh, man, I gotta redefine who I am. I gotta define who the fuck I am as a person.
J. Crew gave you a profile.
Yeah.
And you had to let it go.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't think I want to be this person anymore. Because I used to, like, wear boat shoes and seersuckers and, like... But now, like, look at me. I'm like out here, like, black this, black that, white fragility. Like, I am fatigued because you nigga. Like... That's where I'm at in life now. And I'm so happy. Because it's something just so healing about that journey of, like, finding who you are. And also listening to that Beyonce's Lion King soundtrack.
Yeah, she be killing that shit.
It's very like, yo, I'm
it's
black.
It's giving.
Yeah, and then like, even the music I listen to now, and I'm just like, I had to switch from iTunes to Spotify because I'm just like, yo, this is a lot. I listen to a fucking lot of pop music. Like, I shouldn't listen to this much pop music. And then my friend who's a DJ, she used to send me playlists, and she's also a house DJ. And I used to be like, house music for white people. And she's like, nah, nigga.
Nah, it started black.
Exactly. Yeah. And these are the things we don't know.
It started black.
So when she told me and sent me things, I'm like, yo, this is very healing. And it's music for the soul. And so now here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am.
And you also acknowledge the power of media, but we'll get onto that another day. So thank you for coming, Bradley. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you making, quality time for this Mental Health Monday sit down and letting folks know about the work that you do. And just, I'm proud of you, man.
Man.
We've known each other for almost, let me see, it's about to be 2022. By the time this comes out, it's going to be 2022. So a little bit,
and I'll have a new job.
A little bit close to 7 years.
Man, time flies.
Yeah,
it was just yesterday he was inviting me to Velvet Lounge for my birthday, and I was like, nigga, no. You see what I got on?
You out here with the braids, your beard connecting, you all around. Like we see you out here, man.
Man, look at me.
Look at me.
Look at me.
All right, I'm gonna see you later, bro. Appreciate you.